Good morning, my name is Charlie Veach and you're in Barcelona, outside one of the various Gaudi houses, and look how the tourists, this is like a pilgrimage, a kind of a tour of duty for the tourists. They have to buy tickets in advance and spend dozens of euros per person to go and have a look around inside. But for me, and for you, my dear viewers, the action exists on the streets. The sun is shining-ish, it's 22 degrees already, and it's 5 minutes to midday. Now, why am I in Barcelona? It's the 1st of November, and I needed some heat. And not the kind of heat that gets you twitching at the curtains because you think the police are after you. The kind of heat that gets you sweaty. So join me as we explore once again this finest of Catalan cities. Yeah, a visit here to Barça feels almost wrong without Fred the bodyguard to smash the shit out of some aggressive scammers and criminals and drug dealers, and predominantly scammers and pickpockets, I guess. But big shout out to Tyler Oliveira and Kurt Kaz for employing Fred the Elbow to such great efficiency, to get the content, to get the photons, to get the action, to remind people that come to Europe to fuck up the Europeans that sometimes we hit back. Big up the Fred. As we walk around, Europe is in the midst of the worst influenza, or the flu if you prefer, pandemic. You know, this is not even taking into account the Chinese cough and sneeze. Now, I'm coming out the end of it. My attack of the flu, it hits people differently. I got the diarrhea and sore throat version. Probably the most boring version, you know. Souffle coming out the rear end of me and a sore throat, but I'll press on. Now, why does everyone come to Barcelona? I think it's self-evident. We're in November, and it's 23 degrees now. Sunny, the open-top tour bus, everyone having a good time. Now, your first interesting fact about Barcelona, did you know it never used to be a beach destination? The beaches here are fake, with a capital F. In 1992, the government imported tens of thousands of tons of sand to make the beaches that you enjoy today. They brought it in, they stole sand to make it beachy. Also interestingly, in the late 1800s, the designer of the Eiffel Tower, Gustave Eiffel, wanted to give Barcelona the Eiffel Tower for their big universal exposition. Remember the big expos in the late 1800s? Cities of the future. The Barcelonians took one look at the Eiffel Tower and said, stick your radical design up your ass. And so the Parisians, they said, yeah, oh, that's a good design. So Eiffel Tower was meant to be in Barcelona. Little did you know that. Very nice. Hot places love a good fountain, you know, running fresh water. They love it. And in front you got Mossos d'Esquadra, which, if my Latin language analysis is correct, means the young men of the squadron. So we got over here the Policia Urbana, urban police, and they're telling off the live musicians here who were doing quite a racket of rock music a minute ago. It wasn't unpleasant, but I don't think they've got the right licenses to deal with the Barcelonians. Oh, the big Neanderthal blonde guy, he's unfazed. He's getting back on his drum kit. Down the pedestrian street near the Gothic Quarter, and the vegans, you might recognize them, the voice of the voiceless. They're showing animal abuse, trying to pass it off at all meat eaters and carnivores or savages. But for me, anyone that doesn't show their face, weak. Yep, all getting a bit historical. Carrer de Santa Ana. And this is some Barcelona department store that has seen better days. And live music again. Now, it is a pedestrian zone. You got your music. And then you got your taxi driver. He's tempted to do a car ramming of peace. I can see his frustration. But what is he doing down here? I don't know. Doesn't look right. Lefties. Fucking wankers. Walking along and just off camera, a couple of Americans. They were like, are you bald and bankrupt? You're doing a video. I said, I am not bald and bankrupt. I am bald. A bit bankrupt, but I'm not bald and bankrupt. Toot, toot, it's the sound of the police. There you go. Toot, toot, it's the sound of the Mossos d'Esquadra. The young men of the squadron. And nothing suppresses crackheadery and aggressive narco-stabby migrants like regular police in the city centre. Manchester, take note. Piccadilly Gardens could do with a permanent police presence. I saw the latest fights. Yes, before you ask, I've seen the fights coming out of the YouTubers in central Manchester. Transgender fights. And suddenly revealed to be quite big and strong men in their fighting. What are we all actually doing? What is really going on? I think from cradle to the grave, the big challenge is to not go mad. Don't become poor and end up in the gutter, struggling, bitter, twisted, angry, dying of ill health. Don't try too hard to become a billionaire hedge fund manager. You'll just get frustrated, stressed out, full of cortisol, and have a heart attack at the age of 50. So the ancient Greeks knew about this. Whoa, almost didn't see that guy there in his jacket. Almost didn't see it. Eudaimonia, the middle way. Go easy on yourself. The immortals, the gods, the background hum of infinity is jealous of the flash in the pan, sudden flame, burnout of humanity. The immortals are jealous of us mortals because our lives have meaning, because we get a very short time to actually do anything, and anything can happen. Ill health, death, rape, murder, destruction, robbery, anything can happen to you. So we're living on the edge, absolutely on the edge. And that's what makes it beautiful. That's what gives life its special, peculiar meaning and mystery. Okay guys, I've found the school shooter of Barcelona. Look at that, black gloves as well, 23 degrees sunny heat. He's like, where's the AR-15? Where's the tower? Where's the AR-15? Where's the tower? Lock the doors, pull the fire alarm, lock the doors, pull the fire alarm. Here at Barcelona Cathedral, I am on the lookout for crackheads and pickpockets, but the young men of the squadron are keeping a good lookout. As I said earlier, nothing suppresses the crackheadery like police that truncheon first and then ask questions later. The Spanish police, even the Catalan police here, they come in, smash the shit out of everyone, make sure everyone needs stitches, and then they go, what happened? Okay, I'm making my way towards the Arc de Triomphe, the Arc de Triomphe for Barcelona. They're celebrating something, and there's a flap here exclusively for bombers, for terrorists. You know, the exclusive use, but I think bombers is like bombier, firemen, probably. So on the way to the Arc de Triomphe, I found graffiti and nice apartments, and just look at that. Look at that. You're not going to get that in Burton-on-Trent. You're not going to get that in Burnley, are you? the Barcelona's the fifth B of the apocalypse. Bolton, Bradford, Burnley, Blackburn, and Barcelona. And then you go and spoil it all by slamming a big Hamas flag upon the people. Scumbags. Past yet another dog having a big piss against the wall, and the whole area smells like dog piss because it's warm and it just drains into the streets here, and every corner is just dog toilet. Might be time for pet owners to realize you can stand on your own 2 feet. You don't need a mammal slave. You don't need a Pokemon slave to, you know, enhance your humanity. Just stand on your own 2 feet. Let the animals run wild, or otherwise just eat them. And what's a dog good for? To be your slave, to be your companion. I love dogs. They feature heavily on the channel. But let the dogs be. So is Palestine even fashionable anymore now that we got Sudan? But no Jews, no news, eh? No rubbish here. Beware, if you leave rubbish here, a witch will turn you into a cockroach. What if I'm already a cockroach? I only had to walk a few more yards for the next Palestine extravaganza propaganda flag. Oh my god. Yeah, just by the Arc de Triomphe, they can't help themselves. There you go guys, Arc de Triomphe, Barcelona, designed by an architect called Casanovas. What a Casanova. And it was intended as a centerpiece for the Universal Exposition of 1888, as what the Americans would call a world fair. What gets all those conspiracy theorists overexcited about what is it? Not Agartha. What is it that there? There's some like mud flood that destroyed. There's some Tartarians. Gets the conspiracy theorists frothing at the mouth. Now, it's a fine red brick, so as an almost settled Mancunian, let me just spit on the ground. I like a bit of red brick, but it's nothing on the Parisian one. But still, there's some nice gardens here, full of monks' parakeets, if you like little green birds with strong beaks. But again, we're in pickpocket central, so thank God the urban police have arrived to keep everyone nice and safe. Go on, boys. Get your truncheons out. Yeah, come to the beach, they said, and so I did. It's the beach. The sun is it's trying its best, but still 22 and warm. Nice breeze. Yeah. Ah, the beach. Miguel here. Miguel's brave. I went up to my ankles, but a bit nippy. But along the beach, the police as well, they're here to control all the kind of illegal salesmen, all the, by the looks of it, African traders that are trying to sell beach huts and clothes and towels and so forth. But again, with the right policing, the air of menace is suppressed. So we say goodbye to the beach, but hello to the chopper. Guess he's here looking for people that might need assistance or something, or just a tour for rich people. Sign here literally says, sorry about molesting you. So that's what it says. And before we leave, a couple of monks' parakeets having a drink at the water fountain. Look at that. Sorry, parrots, don't let me disturb your drink. They're technically parakeets, but to the uninitiated, that's a parrot. Behold, just a random street on the outskirts of the city centre of Barcelona. And people here are a bit more alive. There's more outdoorsiness. What's that flag I see over there? Wait a minute. My senses are tingling. Yep. And check this out. Israel genocide. They must be referring to the Hamas genocide of Jewish people on October 7th, but somehow I doubt it. Barcelona at night, who would have thought? It's all going on. Is that driver over here, and the right one in the helmet, is he in handcuffs? So, the Sacred Family Church, in Spanish, the Sagrada Familia. It's looking pretty good. It's not even finished yet. And the, I'd say more modern, it's all designed by Gaudi, but the more recently completed side. Wowee. Human achievements, eh?